Chapter 33, I'm going to start with another joke of the day. Why did the baseball player get arrested? Anyone?
Because he stole a base.
He stole second. Ha, ha, ha. Thanks, Will, for our joke of the day. A rat knows her name, chapter 33. Mig had climbed the dungeon stairs and was preparing to open the door to the kitchen when the rat spoke to her. May I detain you for a moment? Mig looked to her left and looked to her right. Down here, Roscoe said. Mig looked at the floor. Gore, she said, but you a rat, ain't you? And didn't the old man just warn me? Beware the rats, he said. She held up the tray higher so the light from the candle shone on Roscoe and the golden spoon on his head and the blood-red cloak around his neck. There's no need to panic, not at all, said Roscoe. As he talked, he reached behind his back. Using the handle, he raised the soup spoon off his head in the manner that a man might lift his hat to a lady. Gore, said Mig. A rat with manners? Yes, said Roscoe. How do you do? Now, wait a minute. What's a character trait of Roscoe right now?
Nice. Well, no, he's faking it.
He's being nice, but we know, the reader knows he's faking it. Does Mig know he's faking it?
No.
She thinks he has good manners. My papa had cloth like yours, Mr. Rat, said Mig. He had red like that. He traded it for me. What is Mig figuring out?
It's his papa's coat.
Yeah. Ah, said Roscoe, knowing the story. Did he really? That's a terrible story, a tragic story. Reader, if you will pardon me, we must pause for a moment to create this unusual thing. The great, unusual, pretentious thing is this. Roscoe's voice was perfectly pitched to make it through the tortuous path of Mig's broken down cauliflower ears. That is to say, dear reader, that Miggery Sow could hear, perfect and true, every single word that the rat Roscoe was saying. You have known your share of tragedy, said Roscoe to Mig. Perhaps it's time for you to make the acquaintance of triumph and glory. And here is a picture of Mig meeting Roscoe, and it says, a rat who knows my name.
Wait, does he know Miggery Sow?
Well, he knows the story. How does he know the story?
Because
Who's in the prison that gave him that he stole the red cloth from?
Miggery Sow's dad.
yeah,
Mig's dad is one of the prisoners.
He is.
Triumph, said Mig. Glory? Allow me to introduce myself, said Roscoe. I am Chiroscaro, and your name is Miggery Sow. Friends call me Roscoe, and it's true that most people simply call you Mig.
Yes.
Ain't that a thing, shouted Mig, a rat who knows my name. Miss Miggery, my dear, I do not want to appear too forward so early in our acquaintance, but may I inquire, am I right in ascertaining that you have aspirations? What does that mean? Ascertaining that you have aspirations. What's an aspiration? Let's read on and see if we can figure out what that means. What do you mean, aspirations? Shouted Mig. Miss Miggery, there's no need to shout, none at all. You can hear me, I can hear you. We are perfectly suited for each other, said Roscoe. Aspirations, my dear, are things that would make a serving girl wish to be a princess.
Wish.
So what's an aspiration? A wish. It's like a dream. I think of a poem. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, Life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Your dreams, what you want to become, your wishes, those are your aspirations. Gore, said Mig. A princess is exactly what I want to be. There is, my dear, a way to make that happen. I believe there's a way to make that dream come true. You mean I could be Princess P? Yes, your highness, said Roscoe. He swept the spoon off his head and bowed deeply at the waist. Yes, your royal Princess P. Gore, said Mig. May I tell you my plan? May I illustrate how we can make your dream of becoming a princess reality? Yes, said Mig, yes! It begins with yours truly and the chewing of a rope. Mig held the tray with one small candle burning bright and listened as the rat went on. Speaking directly to the wish in her heart, she passionately did Roscoe speak, and intently the servant girl listened. Nor did they hear the small mouse-like noises of disbelief and outrage. The napkin and Roscoe went unfolding step by step. Roscoe told his diabolical plan to bring the princess to darkness. What's a diabolical plan? Diabolical?
Like a bad pen.
It's going to be really bad. But who's hearing them? Who's underneath the napkin and hearing them?
Despereaux.
Nor did they hear the small mouse-like noises of outrage. Outrage is like, oh, I can't believe you would do that to the Princess P. Who heard his plan?
Despereaux.
Despereaux has overheard his plan. And that is the end of the third book